found my wife's boss listed as my kid's emergency contact. I stayed silent, called a lawyer, and set them up. It started with a school form. Our youngest, Noah, had a field trip coming up, and the school sent one of those emergency contact sheets home again. I was at the kitchen table going through it while my wife, Emily, was upstairs getting ready for work. Name, address, allergies, nothing unusual. I've filled out these things 100 times. Then I got to the emergency contact section. Mine was first. Second was Emily's sister, Megan. The third one made me stop. David. No last name, just a number I didn't recognize. I stared at it longer than I should have. We don't put coworkers on forms like that. Not before family, not before grandparents. I called upstairs. Hey, Em, who's David on Noah's emergency contacts? There was a pause. Not long, just enough. Then she said, oh, he's just someone from work. Why is he on here? Another pause. Longer this time. In case I can't pick up. He's reliable. I just said, okay, and finished the form. But I didn't forget the number. Later that afternoon, I stepped outside and called it. He picked up on the second ring. Yeah? Is this David? Yeah? Who's this? I'm Noah's dad. Your number's listed as his emergency contact. Silence. Then, oh, Emily told me she might do that. That was all I needed. I hung up. That night, Emily acted completely normal. Dinner, dishes, asking Noah about his homework, smiling a little more than usual, talking a little more than usual. Her phone buzzed once on the counter. She checked it fast and flipped it face down. I still saw the name, David. She picked it up and walked into the other room. I didn't follow. I didn't ask. I didn't need to. The next morning, I met with a lawyer. Married 8 years, 2 kids, shared house, I said, sliding the form across the desk. He looked at it, then at me. You think there's something going on? I think I'm not waiting around to be the last one to know. We talked through everything: custody, finances, timelines. By the time I left, I wasn't guessing anymore. I was preparing. For the next 2 weeks, I didn't say anything. I just paid attention. Emily started working late more often. Said there were deadlines, projects, things that couldn't wait. She took calls in other rooms now. Her phone stayed with her constantly, even in the bathroom. Once, I saw David call again while she was cooking. She declined it quickly, then typed something right after. Didn't even look at me. I didn't react. I just kept moving. When everything was ready, I set it up. We should have your coworkers over sometime, I said one night. I've never really met them. She hesitated, then smiled. Yeah, that could be nice. I said, let's start with David, since he's important enough to be on our kids' emergency list. She laughed, but it felt thin. Yeah, sure. He came over that Friday. Mid-40s, confident, comfortable in a way that didn't fit my house. We shook hands. Good to finally meet you, I said. Yeah, you too. Emily hovered near him more than she realized. Small things, standing closer than necessary, laughing faster at what he said. Dinner went smooth. Too smooth. But I watched. Whenever I brought up the kids, he didn't ask questions. He already knew. Their school, their routines, things I hadn't told him. After dinner, Emily stepped outside to take a call. David stayed in the kitchen with me. I wiped my hands slowly and said, so, emergency contact. He shifted. She said it was just in case. That's what she told me too. I placed a folder on the counter between us. I filed already, I said. Custody, assets, everything. He looked at it, confused. Why are you telling me this? Because your name's already tied to my kids, I said calmly. Figured you should understand what that actually means. Emily walked back in. What's going on? I turned the folder toward her. You should read that. She opened it. Her eyes moved quickly, then slowed. What is this? She asked. Everything, I said. Timeline, copies of the form, call logs, documentation of late nights. I don't know what you think. I don't think anything. I cut in. I prepared. David stepped back slightly. I added, also, if your company ever looks into boundaries between managers and employees, this could get complicated. That landed. He didn't say anything after that. Emily just stood there, holding the papers. You'll get served Monday, I said. Kid's schedule is already outlined. It's fair. I left that night. No fight, no shouting. Just packed a bag, kissed my kids goodnight, and walked out. The messages came at first. Can we talk? This isn't what it looks like. Please don't do this. I only replied about the kids. Nothing else. Eventually, the messages stopped. A few weeks later, I heard David had been moved out of her department. Quietly. No announcement. No explanation. Just gone. The divorce went through clean. No surprise. No KO. Exactly how it was set up. I never raised my voice. Never asked for explanations. The moment I saw that name on the form, something changed. I stopped reacting and started moving. By the time they realized what was happening, everything was already done.